Hey, what's up, everybody? I hope everyone had a great Thanksgiving. It is time to get back into discussing the Packers. The last video I made was on Thursday night after the win against the Dolphins. But today I want to start off by looking at a clip from the FS1 show, The Facility. And James Jones, former Packers receiver, is one of the people on this show. And he gives his take on the Packers and currently where they are. So I want to give this a listen and get my thoughts. We'll also play LeSean McCoy, who shared some things about the Packers that I don't quite agree with, but you'll hear that after we listen to James Jones. So here we go from The Facility on FS1.
Everybody's attention. The Packers is a really good football team. And the Packers are a really good football team. Number one, they playing really good defense. Number two, they are going through number 8. And if you don't know him, his name is Josh Jacobs, and he's going through the run game.
Nice.
And you have a quarterback that can throw the football with the best of them, with a lot of young talent around him. This is a really good Green Bay Packers football team, but I believe the game yesterday was the best game they played all season. Jordan Love is healthy. They played really good defensively. Offense ran the ball well, and they threw the ball well, but you were playing a quality opponent. We have been like this as the Green Bay Packers. So it's tough if you really don't follow the Green Bay Packers, for you to truly say, man, this team is legit. But watching the game yesterday, I'm like, this is the Green Bay Packers that can go all the way to the Super Bowl. Run the football, quarterback playing really good football, really good defense, right? And they can accomplish what they want. But the Packers are the real deal, especially with Jordan Love being 100% healthy now after dealing with the groin and the knee injury.
I 100% agree with James Jones, and I said it right after the game. I put it on my YouTube. I said if the Packers continue to play like they did tonight, they can win the Super Bowl. Pass rush showed up, 5 sacks. Jordan Love played nearly perfect. Josh Jacobs, another game over 100 total yards. Brandon McManus, 3 for 3 on field goals. The Packers are dangerous. I think the Packers all season long, they've been a really, really good team. To be 9-3 in the NFL after playing 12 games, you have to be, one of the better teams in the NFL. And I do think there's been some inconsistency from time to time in different aspects of the team, but I do think we saw a lot of it really come together against the Miami Dolphins on Thanksgiving night. And when you have the Packers offense playing like they did, the defense playing like they did for a majority of the day, I do think the Packers can beat any team. When you look at the losses the Packers had this year, for the most part, it's not like they're really blown out. That one game against the Lions, it was 24-14, wasn't really ever that close. I think a big reason that game, the way it went, why it went the way it went, is because Jordan Love in that pick 6, going into half 17-3 instead of maybe 10-3. I think things could have drastically changed. And so I do agree that when you have the Packers playing like this, they can beat anyone. It sort of reminds me of last season, where late down the stretch, the Packers started to play their best football. Jordan Love started to play his best football. And in the past 2 games, Jordan Love, each game, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. And so now on the year, he has 20 touchdowns to 11 interceptions. In a lot of games early in the year, Jordan Love was dealing with multiple injuries. His knee injury first off, and then the groin injury. We saw that against the Vikings when he threw 3 picks. He was having, trouble running around out there. So I agree a lot with what James Jones had to say. And now let me play LeSean McCoy in this same interview or same clip here on The Facility. And we'll listen, and I'll give my thoughts on what he has to say here.
So optimistic about this Packers team. Wow.
It's the first time we talked
Maybe
about
I'm missing something because they have my attention too.
Oh, okay.
For different reasons though.
What's that?
Because all they do is beat up on some of the bad teams.
Oh, funny in the light.
There you go.
Funny in the light. Yo, Jordan Love is a phenomenal player. Sometimes. He throws a lot of touchdowns.
Yes, he does.
Acho.
He got a lot of picks back.
A lot of picks. I mean, are we going to seriously take this Dolphins win serious?
Yeah.
First of all, they didn't even want to be there. It was so cold. They never play good in the cold. They didn't want to be there. Following punts, everything. Like, they didn't want to be there. So you beat them. Cool. I'm okay with that. But all the winning teams, you 2-3 against them. Because you played my Eagles early in the year, right? When we were super hot.
Very first week.
Lost. Oh, okay, that's one loss. You played the Lions.
Lost.
You lost to them, too.
Vikings.
We're going to stay in the division, Acho. You lost to the Vikings. So I'm not going to get super excited about beating the Dolphins or beating the Texans. We're not super high on them teams, are we? The Cardinals? Can we still believe in the Cardinals with a lower man at quarterback? All I'm saying is, listen, I do like the Packers, but they're too inconsistent for me. I watched them play against the Niners. I mean, depleted Niners team and no Brock Purdy, and you beat on them like you should.
Yeah.
But do I give you a lot of credit for that? I can't. All I'm saying is if the Packers was more consistent, then I would definitely say, yo, this is one of the top teams. Watch out for them. I can't say that. They gotta prove me some more.
Cannot argue that.
All right, I find it sort of interesting that as he's saying the Packers need to be more consistent, at the bottom of the screen on the show where they have like words at the bottom of the screen, it says Green Bay won 7 of last 8 games. So I'd say it's pretty tough to be more consistent when it comes to the win column. I guess you could have won 8 in the last 8, and that would be perfectly consistent. But it sounds like he's saying the Packers can't play well against good teams. He said they're 2-3 against teams with winning records. And the thing is, when you look at those games, okay, week 1 against the Eagles, yes, the Eagles won. But, I mean, that was a game where Narveson missed, I think he missed a field goal in that one early in the year. And that was a really close game. So it's not like, if the Eagles had blown the Packers out, okay, maybe you have more of an argument. And then against the Vikings, you lose by 2. Jordan Love just coming off a knee injury, throws 3 picks. Still a very close one. And I think in that one, too, I think Narveson missed, did he miss a field goal in that one? Yeah, he missed 2 field goals in the first half in that game. So, I mean, that could have easily been a different outcome. And then the Lions game, I already touched on it. The previous Lions game, there's, of course, one coming up on Thursday. Lost 24-14. That was not a good game. But to be 9-3, I mean, I don't think LeSean McCoy here is giving the Packers enough credit. And really all you can ask for a team is when it comes to November, December, when you're about to enter the playoffs, to really get on a run. And it feels to me like that's what's happening right now with the Packers. And I have a feeling the Packers are going to beat the Lions on Thursday. The Lions are a very good team. But I liked it last year when the Packers were sort of playing with a chip on their shoulder. And, people thought different teams were better than them. I think the Packers probably go into Detroit knowing that people think the Lions overall will probably win that game just based on their current record. So I do like where the Packers are. 8th best scoring offense, 10th best scoring defense. And if Jordan Love plays like he has the past couple weeks, this is a Packers team that can do what they did to finish the year last year, and hopefully they can go even farther this time, because I do think they're better in a lot of different areas. I think the running game is overall better. You can rely on Josh Jacobs. He's been, pretty much healthy the whole season. You can rely on the defense to force turnovers, which they didn't do consistently last year. Still tied for some of the most in the NFL. They're much better on third downs defensively this season. There's just so many things about this Packers team that I like even more than last year, and that's why I'd say I'm pretty confident right now with where the Packers are. And it sounds like LeSean McCoy wants to completely discredit this Lions team or this Dolphins team from the win on Thursday. But with Tua, they had been playing really good football. We do know that the Dolphins have struggled in the cold for a long time, so there's no doubt about that. But the Packers have played, really good football, and I do think that, we're going to really see what they're made of on Thursday against the Lions. Should be a really, really close game, and I feel like the Packers are getting hot at just the right time. So those are my thoughts. Please feel free to comment your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you want more Packers content, feel free to subscribe. I'll be out with more videos later this week, but thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.